Welcome to Peace in the Midst, where we honor the circle of life today. And Karen Ray, who lived well until the end, when we are released from this embodiment, this pain, but also this joy. We may, when we pray for others, we may have an outcome in mind, but it is in the end not up to us. Like Emmy's leaf that falls from the tree, we return to the earth, and the earth makes more trees. Here is a lovely story called Acornology that I wanted to put into the circle today. Here it is. Once upon a time, not so far away, there was a kingdom of acorns. A myriad of acorns nestled at the foot of a grand old oak tree. Since the citizens of this kingdom were modern and fully westernized acorns, they went about their business with purposeful energy. And since they were midlife baby boomer acorns, they engaged in a lot of self-help courses. There were seminars called Getting All You Can Out of Your Shell. There were woundedness and recovery groups for acorns who had been bruised in their original fall from the tree. There were retreats and spas for oiling and polishing those shells, and various acornopathic therapies to enhance longevity and well-being. One day, in the midst of this kingdom, there suddenly appeared a naughty little stranger who apparently dropped out of the blue by a passing bird. He was odd, capless, and dirty, making an immediate negative impression on his fellow acorns. They crouched beneath the oak tree. He stammered out a strange and a wild tale, pointing upward at the tree. He spoke to all that would listen to him, and he said, "We are that." Delusional thinking, obviously, the other acorns concluded, but or two of them continued to engage him in conversation. "So tell us, how would we become that tree?" "Well," he said, pointing downward, "it has something to do with going into the ground and cracking open the shell." "Insane," they responded. "Totally morbid. Why then we wouldn't be acorns anymore." And we breathe into that, to the beauty of our shells, and the beauty of our community, and the beauty of the soil, and the beauty of the tree. We breathe in the peace of that circle, of our circle, and of this cycle of life. And we begin. Take a breath. Some people say God is breath. Let's take a breath of God right now. Hold him in, hold her in, and exhale. God is inside, outside, everywhere. Why not air? Let's take another breath. Supercharge our meditation with gratitude. Whatever's in front of you today, the voice that you had yesterday but don't have today, the memory of a child's visit, the laughter of a child, the laughter with a friend. Breathe that in through the heart. Breathe it in. the sound in. Allow the sound to amend you with love as love, to remind you who you are. Love. From love we come, and from love we return. But here we share it in the middle, in this beautiful embodiment. Joyous, grateful, and whole. Here's Hafez. I used to know my name. Now I don't. I think a river understands me. For what does it call itself in that blessed moment when it starts emptying into the infinite luminous sea and opening every aspect of itself wider than it ever thought possible? Each drop of itself now running to embrace and unite with a million new friends. Peace. 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 Let's take that into our silence. And a moment of silence for us all and for Karen and her family. And if you find yourself drifting, gather yourself back home, back to the peace that passes all understanding. Drop down from our noisy heads to our peaceful hearts. Always available. Always available. Under our breath and the turbulence of the surface. Drop down. We remember this place. Together we remember it better. This place of love and connection and peace. Always available to us to go home, to go to love whenever the world disturbs us. Home is always available. This place where we remember that we co-create our lives. We are the gardeners of our lives. We remember this place. And so it is. Thank you so much for joining me today.